Alan says the army just choppered a bunch of people into Spencer's mill. Looks like they're setting up some kind of camp.
You think it's an evac route?
I don't know. There hasn't been anything on the radio.
Weird. Okay, I'll check it out. If they've got a helicopter, maybe they can get us the hell out of here. Hold up. Let's take care of this first.
There actually wasn't anything else to that conversation, so, yeah. It's just when you get interrupted by zombies in the middle of a dialogue, it'll just put it on hold, but she was kind of done talking, so whatever. Here is a beautiful painting of some horses on the other side of the vet clinic. Thought I'd stop by to pick up some meds, and I discovered this masterpiece on the other wall. So the church is the first base we get in the game, and to qualify as a potential base, an area just needs to have a fence around it to give your survivors protection, I guess. So I believe there are 8 or 9 possible bases you can have in the game, but we're going to be at the church for a little while. Upgrading the base isn't too difficult, it's really just a matter of having enough materials. And there are a bunch of different facilities you can make in your base. You can have like a workshop, or a garden, or a medical or sleeping area. And you can even upgrade some of these, like you can upgrade your medical area to an infirmary and your garden to a greenhouse to like make them more efficient. It's just honestly a matter of having enough materials. Also, there is a radio room, which Lily will station, and you can have her ask about different supplies, or even offer shelter to survivors. It costs influence to use, and you have to wait out a timer to find out whether or not she was even able to track anything down, but it can be pretty good if you're trying to hunt down a specific resource. It's not always successful though, which is kind of a bummer, but you can just try again if it fails. Anyway, we are en route to go meet the army, when on the mini-map I notice there's a weird flashing in this house and some combat sounds. There's quite the ruckus going on in here. And hey, it's some new neighbors. Oh, it's just a housewarming party, okay. I should have brought a gift basket or something.
I think we're gonna have a fight on our hands.
Here we go.
Let's get some barricades up on these windows.
Okay.
I don't know if anybody's really clamoring for some barricading action, but I think I'll just skip past that and get to the good part.
Here they come.
Also, I'm just gonna skip past this part where I waste like 10 bullets trying to kill this one zombie, so let's not do that. This is a pretty standard defense mission, nothing too out of the ordinary. Except, oh yeah, this big guy. This zombie is called a Biggin, and he is pissed that he wasn't invited to that housewarming party. The Biggin is one of 5 different special infected types. He's a juggernaut of sorts, and you want to give him a wide berth if possible. Guns and fire are pretty effective against him. Cars, not so much. Honestly, you'll be doing more damage to your vehicle by hitting him than you'll hurt him, and he has completely just exploded the tires to his truck, so fine.
Lily? I really hope you're at the radio, sis, because, I'm in a little trouble here.
Jacob? Where have you been? I've been trying to raise you for ages.
Yeah, sorry about that. I've been busy.
What's going on?
I sort of took a bad fall off a roof. I don't think I can make it home on my own. Anybody out there can give me a ride?
If anybody's in the neighborhood, can you please go get my idiot brother?
Some survivors will join up with your group, but others will prefer to stay on their own in their own home base. So these guys don't want to join up with us, but that's okay. They still give us access to their own supply locker where we can deposit or withdraw stuff, depending on how much influence we have. Sometimes they'll also have missions for you to do where they'll be under siege and you have to bail them out like I just did. So, now that we've helped these guys, maybe we can finally go meet the army.
Corporal Torres.
Sergeant Tan.
It's been a while. What was it, 3 years?
2. Afghanistan?
Right. Guess I'm not surprised you're out here ignoring the quarantine orders.
Yeah? Gotta say, I'm surprised to see you standing around with your thumb up your ass while civilians are dying all around you.
You don't have to like orders to follow them.
So what? We're on our own?
Civilian Casevac isn't the mission. Isolate, contain, identify. Until the squints figure out what's causing this little chuckle fuck, you're all potential carriers. Any chance of you listening if I tell you to go home and lock the doors?
Probably not. No.
Well, then I guess I didn't see you out here. You better get going. Captain gets cranky when people contaminate her scene.
Well, hey, I'm in the army too. I should be allowed inside.
Move along, please.
Front door's not gonna work. Have to try something a bit sneakier, I guess. Well, fine. Whatever.
So, when are they coming to get us?
They're not. We're on our own.
What?
Fuck 'em. We've survived this long. We'll keep surviving.
This truck has certainly seen better days. All the tires exploded upon hitting the juggernaut, but that's okay. Cars are kind of a finite resource in this game, so you don't really want to be destroying them all willy-nilly. So let's maybe try and get as much out of this truck as possible. Let's see if we can't slowly plow into this zombie horde up ahead. You really have to admire the tenacity of that fat zombie on the passenger door. Let's maybe look at a replay of that. Fantastic. So there's an important distinction between looting rucksacks and breaking them down. If you find a big crate of materials, for instance, you can break it open and access the contents for yourself, but your other group of survivors doesn't benefit from it. If you loot it and return it to the base, you will add to your base's resources. Like, sometimes it's okay to break open these stashes. If you need healing items, for instance, and hey, go nuts, just dig right into that medicine kit. I kind of regret breaking open these 2 material crates because I don't need a 2x4. It's the worst. I could have used that to build stuff at the base.
This is an open message to any survivors in Trumbull Valley. Marshall Municipal Courthouse is a safe place. We have food, security, and shelter. Provided you're willing to obey the law and contribute to society, you're welcome to join us here. This is Judge Lawton. Earlier today, our scouts informed me that they have identified multiple infestations in the downtown Marshall area. Based on this information and for your own safety, I'm declaring a lockdown, effective immediately and until further notice. This is a matter for the police, and they will deal with it. Attention citizens. We've had reports of armed civilians attempting to force our patrols to provide supplies. Be advised that I have authorized all troops to respond to such measures with lethal force. For your own safety, remain in your homes and wait for this to blow over.
Hey, how are you?
Come on. We're going for a walk.
Whatever you say.
Alan's angry, so let's take him for a nice nighttime stroll. You want to go for a walk, boy?
So, things have been pretty tense around here, huh?
I guess.
Anything you want to get off your chest?
Maybe everyone else has just been a little too sensitive lately.
Well, that's not true, Alan. You're just incredibly insufferable and nobody can stand you. Every once in a while, one of your survivors will be upset. They'll either be mad or sad, and you have to take them out to kill some zombies and let off some steam. So let's do that.
Grab it!
This is shaping up to be a bit more dangerous than I was expecting. I'd like to firebomb them all, but Alan is in the way, and I don't think lighting him on fire would help his anger issues.
Looks like trouble up ahead there.
Not too bad.
We should get moving. Lead on.
Let's move.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for all the help, Alan.
Anyway, I wanted you to know that I understand your frustration.
Well, excuse me for being a little stressed out over the end of the world.
But you gotta figure out a way to deal with that shit. Take it out on the Zeds, not the rest of us. Okay, now we're done. I'm headed home.
You don't really have to do these kinds of missions per se, it's just good for keeping up morale.
I'm almost home.
I hope you brought me something pretty.
Yeah, I got you a pony. But then it tried...
Think about what you said, okay?
I'm glad.
Well, I'm bringing Alan home. Does that count as something pretty?
Can't move. You can't attack all the time.
Found this while I was out.